my mom used to tell me when I was young, there's always going to be somebody more beautiful than you.
Yep.
Somebody that's poor, more than you, have more money than you.
Yeah.
Always, comparison is a thief of joy.
Yo, you have not prescribed with the realest, where we say the things your friends won't say and your man gonna lie about. It's your boy Dewey Rice. You know what I'm saying? We in the studio today for a really good episode. Today I'm sitting with two wonderful motherfuckers that I see on social media all the motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let the ladies introduce herself first. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
My name is Chanel. Some people know me as Chanel B.
Hey.
Founder of How Girls Do It Better.
Her. Okay, what's up? What up, friend? Yeah, we love that energy. Come on, we gotta bring the energy, sir.
Yo, it's your boy Bobby, like brown couch like a sofa. I swear you will never forget I told you.
Period. I love that.
The
Come
bar,
on, yes.
alien superstar
You would
himself.
never forget I told you. Hey.
No, Bobby Couch,
okay.
I'm lifestyle director
Hey.
here in the Midwest. Black Fashion Expo, Columbus is fashion is Columbus. Y'all know.
We know that's right. We know that's motherfucking right. Shit, I want my intro to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Dewey. You know what I'm saying? So, how y'all feeling, man? We had a good little time, you know what I'm saying, prepping. These motherfuckers, they is very much brand ambassadors and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Content creators, because they do pictures, videos, all of that.
No,
how y'all
real.
feeling? You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
I feel great. It's the holiday season.
Yes.
You know, Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Hey.
I'm really grateful to even be on the platform. Like, I've really seen you evolve in like this whole process. Like,
Yes, giving you
muster up. It's just
flowers.
like,
Oh,
I thought people don't give you your flowers. Like, you be talking your shit, but
Dewey does it better.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to give. Okay.
It's like you're not afraid to say what people are thinking, but they're
Thank
not
you.
going
That
to
is the
say. So
point.
it's like it's needed and revolutionary.
Wow, I really appreciate
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
Bobby and Chanel came with gifts too. They came with a motherfucking bag. So my guest, step it the motherfuck up, okay? Chanel, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm not on top what Bobby just said because the energy is there. I'm so happy to be here. I've been watching you for years too, and just to see you evolve, and it encouraged me. Like the fact that you do this, and I was like, you do this on a phone and look this good, and it inspired me to do it. To start where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So like, you are inspiration. Thank you for being your authentic self. It's an honor to be on this couch. Right?
I really appreciate that. Y'all ain't gonna make me motherfucking
Okay.
cry today, okay?
Dewey does it better.
We normally don't be on other people's couches.
Let them
You already
motherfuckers
know.
know.
I'm the couch. I'm the couch love.
Hey, no, I really do appreciate that because this shit is really hard. Like, y'all know as content creators, you know what I'm saying? Like we just talking about algorithms and things like that when you just don't know who's watching.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate that. Genuinely.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
people always watching.
Okay, and they are. So you got to stay on your motherfucking.
And they should.
Okay.
Keep
They
watching.
might not like, but they watching. Okay, so keep doing what you doing.
I really-
Message you getting out there.
I really do appreciate that. So look, we're gonna make a message today. You know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna talk a little bit about. So we're gonna be funny, like I told them, we're gonna be funny, but we're gonna get serious too. I feel like I've seen y'all both post about like bullying and things of that nature, being advocates. You know what I'm saying? Advocating for something that's so important to me, right? So today we're gonna talk about bullying, y'all. We're gonna get into it, but the first thing we're gonna do, we already know, you know what I'm saying? It's the waiting room. If y'all listen, y'all hear we play the waiting room. It's a game. So it's gonna let the listeners know who they listening to based on y'all's answers, right? So this, you know, I'm usually real like spicy with the game, but today I kept it real like, because we're gonna be spicy in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
Got the
So-
PG brand.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it PG until we get to the office. You know what I'm saying? So today the game is called Be Fucking For Real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Be fucking for real. They've been saying that a lot. I don't know where it came from. I've just been hearing it a lot. You feel me? So this game, y'all are gonna tell me what would offend y'all more and why. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a scenario and y'all tell me which one would offend y'all more and why. So like I told y'all, my shit ain't that spicy today, which is cool because we're gonna get spicy in the conversation. So y'all can get spicy with y'all's answers. All right. So the first one, a best friend who never gives you your flowers, no matter the accomplishment, or a best friend who shows up but always has something to say about everything you do. Which one would offend you more?
I think it's the flowers for me.
Okay.
Literally.
It's the flowers for me.
Let's talk about
Actually
it.
a triggering topic.
I'm
Let's
not
talk
gonna
about
lie.
it. Let's fucking
I'm gonna hop
talk
right
about
in.
it.
I'm the friend that's gonna say some shit all the time.
Yeah, he
But
shows up though.
truly, I show up for everything, and
Right.
I'm aware of everything, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be aware of every flaw. So
Absolutely.
if it can get better,
Tell
I
me.
only want winners in
Yeah.
my camp.
I love that.
And that's what
That's
that
how you
is. It's
grow.
from love. It's coming from love.
I only want
promise.
winners in my motherfucking camp.
Only
Love
winners
that.
in the camp.
What you gotta say, Chanel?
For me, you will realize in business, your supporters are not your friends.
Oh my God.
It literally are the strangers. And I think I'm at a point in my life, I'm trying to figure out why. And that has offended me the most. If the people in my circle don't value me, that's starting to be a cutoff season for me. Like, I can't do it right now. But I wonder why. Because literally, I think everybody goes through that. Like, your strangers, people that just follow you, don't know you from Adam, they will ride with you.
Literally.
More than your family and friends.
And let me tell y'all, the things y'all just said just now, I have some people in my circle that I say it, but I have a lot of people in my circle that have never said that. You feel me? Yeah. Might think it, but just don't want to give that love. So with y'all, I'm going to go with the same one. Like, I will be more offended by somebody that doesn't give my flowers. Because, like, sometimes, have you ever had that friend that gives other motherfuckers they flowers and you like, hold on, this motherfucker low-key doing what I've been doing. Yep. How dare you? You know what I'm saying?
I think you're too close to where they can't appreciate you like that.
And it's very weird because now you got to get cut off and now you're going to be mad talking shit when I cut you off. Yeah. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's an awkward, like, comparison, too.
It is.
It's like, you hate to compare yourself to other people, but it's like when you around your group of friends, it's like, bitch, you ain't riding for me the way I ride for you. Or like, you riding crazy for them and like, we do the same thing. I swear.
Yeah. Like, I'm very much confused because you're tapped in with me. Yeah. Okay, absolutely. Cool. So we're gonna be offended by the flowers. I love that. Hey. Okay. All right, next one. A parent who always has something negative to say about your appearance, or a parent who always has something to say about the career you chose. What would offend you more? Kind of on the fence with this one.
I think for me, it's the career I chose.
Okay.
Because my path is not, it doesn't have a blueprint.
Okay.
I'm that one that's like, okay, God told me this, I'm going to follow it.
Yep.
When you are on that path, it's scary. And you need all the encouragement that you could get.
Yes.
So when somebody that loves you is doubting you,
yep,
it just creates more doubts in my head. You know what I'm saying? And it stops me from living my purpose because of that input. Somebody I don't like what I look, so what? Like, I kind of got over that type of thing. I don't care if you my mom. I don't care if you whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about that. But I will say, when you aren't in unison with my purpose, and you doubting what I'm doing, what I'm putting my like heart in, my time, blood, sweat, and tears.
Facts.
That's gonna
hurt.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think. It's both for me. I mean, I ain't trying to be.
That's cool. No,
I ain't trying to be got a race to the day with Monique and talking about Precious, get your fat ass on them steps. But I'm also not in a space with parents too, because I feel like in so many ways it's the Will Smith parents don't understand, but it's also like the times are changing and so are the careers. So like understanding that content creators are now the new marketing directors of larger corporations. And what did you do when the world stopped? How did your business carry on? If you didn't have reels, if you didn't monetize off of social, like your businesses were really closed. So it's such a crazy overlap, but it also, the work shows.
No, that's facts.
Off, so it's a little different.
So you going with both.
Your shit back.
I like that. I might have to, you know what I'm saying, spin off of yours with both. I would say the same thing, both of what y'all said. So when you don't believe in like my purpose and you're telling me that like a 9 to 5 is really where I need to be because you were there, that doesn't mean I need to be there. You feel me? I'm doing this for stability, not for like longevity. So like I need you to understand that. For like family, right? Also with appearance, I feel like now my grandma, I be in shape, right? But my grandma always got to make a comment about what I look like. You know what I'm saying? Or when me or one of my brothers, and I feel like sometimes they don't understand how much that could affect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you really gaining weight. You know, when they get older, they don't give a fuck about what they say. Like, you really gaining weight, or them clothes you're wearing is really tight. Yes, I wear these tight jeans, and I'm going to continue to wear these tight jeans. And I'm going to just you shut up. You know what I'm saying? Just you shut up.
Absolutely. But I feel like the people that are giving those critiques.
It's like parental bullying.
That's why I don't
Hold on.
It's for me.
So you mad I'm redefining what it means to work from home. You mad. You mad that you had to go get it out the mud. And I done did a TikTok in the British page. That's why you mad? Okay. I got it.
We do have to really think about that though. Like some of our parents have really like worked for the state for 40 years, have done this.
And we love that.
You've been miserable. Like I remember in high school, you were miserable.
You hated it.
You feel me? So like, let's really be real. You feel me? Okay, cool. We ain't gonna drag the parents and the family. We love y'all. All right, cool. So last one before we get into the motherfucking office, right? So a boo who tells you they don't like the shit you put on, or a boo who tells you they don't like the pictures you take. This one hard for me because I only had one, but I hear what y'all saying.
Well, considering I get paid to take photos,
I know
you're not gonna be talking about that. So I'm gonna it's gonna have to be you. You don't like what I'm wearing today. That's fine, love. I do.
Hey, it's so funny because I've literally had a girl. So this one girl, I was fucking with her like for years. You know what I'm saying? We became friends and then we started fucking around, blah, blah. She always writes and slides. She's mean as fuck. Don't say all. You know?
Okay,
she always slides and says like, I really hate your outfits. And it's like, babe, you know what I'm saying? The other one, so during my birthday weekend, you know, I was putting that shit on as I thought.
You did.
No, you was fired. You was fired.
Please let her know. Please let her the fuck know, right?
You snapped.
So I was putting that shit on. I'm thinking, you feel me? And she like, she wrote me and was like, I really hate your outfits. You should have kept it at Shein. And it's like, babe, I did buy it from Shein, but mind your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I really so my expression is through what I wear, right?
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
And like what I say, but what I wear, I really will take time to what I put on. So if you tell me I can't put that shit on, it's really hurt my heart just a little bit. I ain't gonna let you see that, but like, damn, motherfucker.
No, for sure.
So I'm gonna go with put on. What you gonna go with? Take pictures or put on?
I will agree with Bobby because I think I do got the picture game on. My boyfriend's a photographer. He's the one taking the pictures. So I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna have to just say with what I put on.
Okay.
For sure.
Period. Yes, my boyfriend's a photographer. Hey. Yeah.
Like
so I actually asked Danny. I was like, hey, bro, I was writing and I was like, hey, bro, which one would offend? Like, what would offend you? And he was like, I think like saying you can't take pictures would offend me. Like, you tell me I'm photogenic.
No, some people don't have that gift.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Some people are beautiful. It's like a art. Like you do have to be confident on
and
the
it has
camera.
to show through the picture as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just take a picture. It's a lot to go into.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Get y'all's lighting together. But we ain't going.
And find better friends that know how to take your photo.
But that's that's actually in the girl code.
Yeah.
Okay, for real. Okay,
we'll talk about that in a second.
No, we're gonna talk about it right now. We're gonna get into the topic. Have y'all ever like went out, had a fire ass outfit on, and then your friends just can't get the right angles? Like, I just need you to get the right fucking angle. Like, I was directing my little brother last week. I don't know if y'all saw the all black fit, right, with the D necklace. Okay, so I had to direct. We went to the garage. You know, you gotta get your con together. So we went to the garage. I'm like, hey, bro, under this light, I need you to get half of the garage and me in the corner. Right. He got it perfectly, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But usually it'd be real bad. Like, I take great pictures for these niggas.
Okay.
Do unto others.
As you want to. No, for real though, me and Chanel, we really have like photo wars where it's like, you lost today, but I won, and then tomorrow she might win.
Yeah, but you gotta keep your shooters with you.
You gotta keep the shooters.
I need my shooter with me. Facts.
Yeah, it's the fact that people don't get it.
They don't
get it. It's like, you gotta take pictures. Okay, but this is gonna get y'all a flight to so and so for free.
Like, get us paid. So let's do it.
Period.
Okay, cool. All right, that was just my soapbox with the picture taking. All right, so cool. We're gonna move into the office. So today, y'all, like I said earlier, we're going to talk about bullying. I think, so I asked on my Instagram, I think you definitely answered. I don't know if you answered, but you probably saw it about like bullying. And I asked people, have you ever been bullied before? What does it look like? And I think we all have a confusion about what bullying may be, or different perspectives about what bullying may be, right? So this called me to this fucking topic because I seen on Facebook, I think I sent it to both of y'all, I don't know. But I seen on Facebook, this girl had posted, y'all bullied the fuck out of me just for y'all to grow up and be so ugly. And I was fucking weak, okay? Like, I was fucking on the floor because I read it and I really almost shared it. But I was like, you know what? That's not like, I'm gonna say of God, but that's not nice. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to talk my motherfucking shit. So what better to do it than on the episode? Yeah. So I'm gonna talk my shit, right?
There you
so
go.
I really resonate with this post being like, y'all bullied the fuck out of me for y'all to grow up and be so ugly with all these fucking kids. Like, it's just a lot of things that people are struggling with that, you know, used to bully me. And so it brought me there for many reasons. One being, which we're going to talk about, one being the fact that like a lot of bullying that we experience may have followed us into our adulthood. You know what I'm saying? Also, one thing that I felt when I read this was like, so I almost made a post and then somebody stopped me like, that's not even you, Dewey. Like, for you to talk shit, like, that's not you to put that on, you know, on your story. For me to feel that way, clearly it followed me into my adulthood. Like, cause I felt like I wanted to flex on these bum ass motherfuckers, right? Yeah. But for me to even have that feeling, it's something deep about how I was bullied, right? Yeah. So we're gonna get into it today, right? So I want y'all to tell me, what is y'all's definition? What is y'all's definition of bullying? Like, what does bullying mean to y'all?
You want to start?
We could talk about today's day and age, back when we were in high school and middle
I think
school.
it's so many levels now.
It's definitely levels to it. That's why I want to address it and talk about it.
So bullying to me, in just like the simplest form, is an unkind person.
Okay.
But they use fear.
Yes.
To get control and power.
Yep.
So it's like, if I could scare you into getting embarrassed, you won't give me the lunch money.
Absolutely.
You scared of me.
Absolutely.
You know, so it just depends on what the bullying is for, because there's also relational aggression, which is like somebody gossiping about you, which could hurt just as much. Just like that indirect bullying. So overall, it is just an unkind person.
Okay. Unkind person. What about you?
I think bullies are more like reoccurring. Like, to me, bullying is not something that happens once. It's like a reoccurring poke.
Yep.
But I think there's tiers though.
Absolutely.
So there's like gatekeeping.
Yep.
There's bullies. There's shade. Then there's like talking your shit. So like, it's
so
so many different ways where you could be bullied through these different channels, but it's also based off a person's perspective. So like, I could say some shit that I meant and I'm not taking back, but I also can stand behind it with facts. So it's like, it's talking shit, but you could look at it as bullying because you think you're being single-handed out. And
that's very true. I feel like there are so many levels to today. Like in 2022, there's so many different levels of bullying. Now we have it through social media and things like that. But one of the things when I thought about this question was like, I think bullying comes from like insecurity of that person, right?
Oh, yeah,
so bullying now to me, so it's so funny when I asked this question on social media, people were like, so the first question was, have you ever been bullied before? So I had like, hell yeah, hell nah, whatever. So a lot of the hell nahs was like, well, hell nah, I ain't never been bullied. But then they answered the question and was like, well, they used to talk about how big I was. And I'm like, that's bullying, low key. You feel me? When it's repetitive to me, that's when it's bullying. Like for me to have to go to school and hear this every fucking day, I'm getting bullied. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I might have a smile on my face, but I'm like literally
Bro, are you
bullied,
obese?
Bro. Huh?
It's
never been.
No, not you.
Oh, no,
not
no,
you.
I'm
saying,
in
that case, it's some
okay. This is
fact to
true,
it, though.
But it don't be because
if
I'm gonna
not
talk about
you.
mine. No, not about even my obese. I'm gonna talk about my whole situation. Okay, but no. So yes, to your point though, sometimes, like you said, sometimes it could be true, and it's like, oh, you just have a problem hearing the truth, right? So I want to ask y'all, right? We're gonna put y'all in the hot seat because we got some things to share for other people. They answered the question. Y'all got to answer it too. What is something that you feel like you got bullied for growing up?
I'll start.
Okay.
So I host this event called Girl Talk. So if anybody watches that, go to that event. They'll know, like, I do share this.
Okay.
I will say there was only one time that I've been bullied, and it was the repeated thing.
Yep.
I grew up in Brittenell.
Okay.
So I went to this charter school called WCQ, and I literally would come home and cry every single day. I was raised in a Christian home. Like, I do have like values and morals and stuff. And I was taught that being a friendly person, that's how you gain friends.
Yep.
So I just couldn't understand why like these girls did not like me.
Yep.
It wasn't until this principal that was at the school, like, I'm gonna have to call. So at this point, it's like, okay, my daughter's calling every day.
Yeah.
Get this together.
What's up?
So she had basically a girl talk with all of us.
Okay.
And I was with the principal over here, and all the girls was lined up. And I think I was like in 5th or 6th grade. It was like 5th or 6th grade. And she pretty much dug deep. She's like, why are y'all bullying? So after like that, like, quick girl talk, they literally start crying, and like, you know, she was just giving them the business.
Yep.
And they said, well, we didn't like her because her hair was longer than ours.
That's how it be.
When I had that realization, so we were friends afterwards.
Yep.
But because I had that realization at a young age, it made me look at the girl culture different.
Absolutely.
Nobody else could bully me ever again, because now I know it's a reflection of how you feel about yourself.
Absolutely. And when you talk about reflection, so for me, I used to hear it from like my grandma, and like I didn't never heard it from like a principal, right? Yeah. I heard from my grandma, my mom, and my dad, and them would tell me like, oh, they just jealous, they just envious. And you think like growing up, like, my friends can't be envious of me. They can't be jealous of me, but they be the main fucking ones, right?
Frenemies, yeah.
Man, listen.
See what the topic with the shit.
Woo! Listen. We gonna talk about it today. So, when I think about it, literally, when I think about things I used to be bullied about, like growing up, so I used to get this a little bit, but this wasn't really repetitive. Like I was chubby. I was a chubby kid. You know what I'm saying? I had to lose some weight.
Shout out to the chubby kids. What time of the chubby kids?
I hit my growth spurt in like 7th, 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But the main one that I used to be bullied about was because I always hung with girls. Like that's just, I don't know what it is. Like since I was a little kid, like just clinging to girls was my thing. What I learned
clinging
was
with boys
like,
was mine, so I get it.
That's, you know, it's just different.
Same.
Like
I didn't get the girls.
I was raised by my mom and grandma. My dad was definitely around for sure, no lie. But like when I was growing up, I would rather be with my mom, with her, or my grandma at the hair salon than with my dad at the gym. That's just how it was. You feel me? And it goes to that nurturing thing or whatever. But so when I would go to school, I didn't sag. I, you know what I'm saying, had a belt on real tight, you know what I'm saying? I had, you know, like looked very neat and very nice. So you thinking straight up, he gay, right? So I used to go through that a lot, like in middle school, more like elementary, not really. Cause you know, we was taught to like love women and like, let's just be a lover. Yeah, but middle school and high school is where I really used to hear it the most, right? And so probably like early high school, not like later on, like 11th grade, 12th, but I just remember this one moment where like I would never forget. And even to this day, like that's when I read this fucking post, I'm laughing at these niggas that are bums now that did this to me, but I just want to share it. So I'll never forget it. I was in like 7th grade. We was in science class, and you know, you had to riff back in the day. You had to have a couple jokes.
You had to have a
comeback. Fun back in the day.
It was like, a sport in a way.
Doing suicide. No, like, it was like a thing.
We gonna talk about that
like,
too. Because like
that's how we greeted each
that's
other.
literally how we interacted. Right. Maybe we're toxic. You know what I'm saying? So we was in, you know, science class. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was in science class throwing our little jokey jokes. You know what I'm saying? So he throwing one, I'm throwing one. Pop, pop, pop. He lose because I'm really funny for real. I'm really funny for real. So he lose, right? And so his last comment was, and everybody knew this would break me because of course it would break me, right? So he like, that's cool. That's you hang with all them girls. That's why you gay. So I'm like, at this point in 7th grade, I don't know what the fuck gay is anyways. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, right? So I'm like, I'm not gay. He's like, we could ask everybody in this school if you gay. I'm like, you know me. Ask everybody. I'm confident. Ask everybody. Nobody thinks that, right? Woo! When I tell y'all, oh my God, worst day of my middle school life. So, dang. Yes, and I know I was in 7th grade because the 8th graders I looked up to.
So then imagine being the gay one in middle school.
Bobby, we're gonna talk about it, bro.
Go
Listen,
ahead,
nigga. So he like he real confident, like, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We gonna see. So the bell ring, nigga. Walk into the hallway. So he literally asking everybody in the hall. This is a long ass hallway, y'all. We talking like long as fuck. So literally down the hallway, he's asking everybody, you think Dewey gay? You think Dewey gay? You think Dewey gay? When I tell y'all, I probably had, if it was like more than 60 answers, I would say about 55 was yes. And like 5 was no. And I'm talking about people I looked up to, people I hooped with. Like I was on the basketball team. Like these niggas, I'm like, damn, they really like my friends for real. Mm-hmm. And you feel that way about me? Like when I tell y'all, I think we went to class, and I kept it G in the hallway, nigga. Mm-hmm. But when we got to class, I said, "Can I go to the bathroom, nigga?" What? Worst day of my motherfucking life. I went to the bathroom. I cried. One thing I always do when I got bullied, I always call my grandma when I get off the bus, right? Mm-hmm. Call my grandma, cried to her for hours. You know what I'm saying? And like you were saying, hearing it from your principal is different, but like hearing from my grandma, I'm like, I just don't understand why they think this of me. Come to find out, these niggas was real fucking jealous, okay? Motherfucking jealous, right? But I just always think back. So when I seen this post, it literally triggered me, and I went instantly back to that moment. And I look at these motherfuckers, I'm just like, wow. Like, I wish as a kid I would have known that it was jealousy. It was envy. You feel me? But I didn't at the time. So my bad, Bobby. Go ahead and share your story. You know what I'm saying?
It's a crazy overlap in a way for me. So I'll call my bullying method, I guess, if you will, boys locker room trauma. Okay. So like everybody hates to be picked last on like an athletic thing, and as you can see, like I'm far from an athlete. So it's one of those things where it's like that was never my thing, but it was also like I knew that, and I was confident in what I knew how to fuck to do. So it was one of those like I was very much always myself, but because of this strong sense of self from a very young age, and like not trying to shy away from it and hide it, it created a barrier of like light, where it's like I really related to Kelly Rowland when they were like, how does it feel to be like second to Beyonce?
That was
like,
crazy.
She's like, I'm light. It's like I don't look at it as that.
Yes,
Beyonce is light. Like we are all light. So for me, it did get me into a crazy depression, like to the point that like I am a suicide like survivor, where it's like I really was deeply involved in that, and I really tried to take my life a few times, where it's like early on in my earlier childhood, like during like middle school, but like that's when bullying was real. But
it was real.
Bullying becomes full circle sometimes. So like the On the Couch with Bobby Couch theme song is sung by a previous bully that like pushed me on the bus, and like my mom came on the bus, cussed out the kids. Like it was a whole thing. But I also was from like Fifth and Milo, so like definitely rough upbringings, which is where I get all of that 6'4" with the beard to connect and just don't give a fuck. But like there's also that underlying child trauma of like, am I good enough? Am I gonna get the flowers from black men because I'm not getting it from my father who's not around? So it's one of those things where like it's just a void in a sense that kind of causes that spiral, I think, for some people. So
no, and that's really like when you said the trauma, I didn't really think about it, and really after I hit you up and I'm like, I want to do this episode. Like I see you post, and you know what I'm saying, I see all that, so I'm like, I want to do this episode because instantly in that moment, that feeling I just had explaining that story came all the way back, and it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it live with us for so long? Like these things that we thought we got over, like, nah, I'm popping now. I think y'all popping too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a motherfucker. I'm him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm popping. But that shit still affects me even today. And it's like, how do we break that trauma? How do we, how do we get past that? And I'm like, when I go to therapy and things like that, but I really, you know, when you get triggered, you really never know what bothers you. And like, I always think about that motherfucking quote, like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me.
That's a lie.
Like, fuck no.
Niggas,
let's cancel that motherfucking quote.
Power of the tongue.
Yeah.
It's in the Bible. Nope.
Yeah. Can we talk about
power
that?
Of the tongue.
Like,
no.
Literally, like words definitely hurt. Like I would never raise my motherfuckers on that. Like, for real.
So I think what hurts for us, you realize, because like they say the eyes and ears are the windows to your soul. So what you hear, that's a seed.
You won't break my soul.
They planted that seed.
Come on, B. Come on, B.
And you have to sing it because you have to like retrain your brain to like think differently. But when you grow up and you're getting bullied for this certain things, or you feel like you're not enough, whether it's your mom or dad just always trying to critique you, or whether it's people at school critique, those are seeds being planted.
Yes.
So once you recognize that, like I get why people do affirmations, because you have to feed yourself something different. You do.
You definitely do.
You do.
You
and it shows up in your lifestyle. Like for me, knowing that people could get easily jealous of me. My mom used to tell me when I was young, there's always going to be somebody more beautiful than you.
Yep.
Somebody that's poor, more hurt than you, have more money than you. Always. Comparison is a thief of joy. Yep. Right. So she was like, she literally told me that. So I did, like high school, I was popular. Cause nobody
Period.
knew me.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, it was like.
I already know.
Middle school's over. It's over.
You had to get into the gig.
I'm like a one and done type of person, right? Like I do learn from my mistakes. I will say that it's a choice to learn from your mistakes, but I will say life is so short. I do try to learn from my mistakes, and that's why I'm so transparent on my platform because of that situation, though. Because I don't want nobody coming to my page thinking I'm gonna be jealous of her. Yep. She got all this is the highlight reel, and I'm jealous of her because I know how jealousy could hurt themselves or even me. Yeah. Facts. So I think I overly share. I low key tell people about everything because I don't want you to be jealous because I don't want my platform to be like that. Yeah. I do want to give light to the things I go through. But two, I know a bit of that is trauma because I'm low-key still scared to still go to the top because I know it's going to bring more jealousy. I know jealousy can heal.
And I'm the opposite. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I had hate pages since the 9th grade.
So tell us about that. What do you mean?
So before catfishing was a thing, there was a person who created in high school. They made a fake page, like a fake Facebook page of me, and they took my photos and they called it Booby Cooch because my name's Bobby Couch. So it's like they tried to like do the play on words, like, oh, he's a fuck boy, da 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 da. And like was intentionally going after like athletes and like just different people within the school and like DMing them and like creating like this false narrative about like who I am. And that was something like I was confronted with often in human form in person, where it's like the social media bullying kind of started during our era of like high school. I feel like Facebook was huge. I don't think Twitter had caught all the way on, but like it was still developing, but that was the thing. So for me, it was kind of like, how can I reposition myself and like redefine what Bobby Couch looks like and like kind of owning the name. So it's like Bobby's big as his last name, like a couch. Like it was always a thing, like couch, you soft, like it's automatically associated, but it's like, no, I'm actually cozy, comfortable, moving on. And I also sell furniture, get into it. So like now you own your last name in so many different scopes, but in different ways. I mean, everybody's affected differently, but that was my thing.
And definitely everybody is affected differently. But do y'all think now in today's world, because it's so heavy on social media, that they get it worse, or did we get it worse? Like back in our generation where it was more so like, I don't want people to think that bullying is like you getting thrown in a trash can. Like, okay, that might have been it on the sitcoms, but like I never got thrown in a trash can.
For sure.
It was more words for me. It was more like you said, the word of the tongue. Like always hearing it makes you makes you come home and question, like, why are they saying this? What can I change? You know what I'm saying? What am I doing wrong? So do y'all think when it comes to like this generation now, do you think they get it worse than us?
I would say yeah for me, because it's now cyberbullying.
Yeah.
I remember when Facebook just happened. You know what I'm saying?
I remember helping my mom set up her Facebook.
Okay.
She was
I wasn't allowed to have one.
Everything. I said, I'm gonna take your picture. You know, we had the cameras and shit. I always had the technology, right?
Yes.
So I'm taking her picture, she's crossing her leg. I said, I know that's right. I made her page. You know what I'm saying? Now today, god damn, like I was in the gym talking about it with Trey and Ada, and we was talking about how like I could never imagine being in school, and I'm sure you wear lashes and shit, individuals and stuff. I could never imagine having to like every other week get a haircut because and put my fibers in.
We didn't have to do that. I
What?
know how to do makeup to like last year.
They get makeup to high school?
Yeah.
This is stressful.
No.
So,
but y'all had 2 years off with COVID. So it's one like catch up.
It's like step up.
Figure out how to make that bag on social media, love. Because what I will say is the youth are getting to that bag.
They are definitely getting to that bag, Bobby.
But that's the opposite. That's the thing, though. Is like instead of going to school and get bullied every day, you're getting bullied on social media by the masses. Because that's all you do every single day.
And that's why I asked that question. Who do y'all think is getting it worse? I would definitely say
the next
today,
generation
because I feel like they have so many things to like think about. Like back in high school, we weren't thinking about likes. Like I'll post a picture, I don't give a fuck how many likes I get.
And that could break your self-esteem if you're not strong enough.
I didn't, nigga, it break my self-esteem
I
now.
only got 30.
Don't let it real.
But people
Don't let it real get 30 likes.
Archive. We're gonna try again at 7:30.
Y'all, I posted this event one time, literally since I started, and I had like 5 likes on this event. This is like, because I've been in business since 23. Like, I started Ohio Girls Live Better when I was 23 years old.
Yeah.
So I was used to like 5 likes, but when I get to the party, everybody there. I learned like, okay, people watch, especially here in Ohio, but we don't get into that paper later.
Yes.
But people watch at the end of the day. I don't care. And there's like this thing, because like I did grow up to be like a hip hop dancer. Like I wanted this dancer, I want a ridge, things like that. Hey. But I was always taught, like, when you have a platform or a performance, I think even Tyler Perry talks about this. Even if it's just one person in the audience, you perform full out, like it's a packed out, sold out show. Period. Because like I know God is running through me, and like my message, that person probably need, because God will leave the 99 for that one.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna treat you as valuable too. Period. So I don't care if I get 5 likes. If people look at my page now, I get a lot of likes, and I don't get on. I don't care. I'm still posting it. The message gonna get heard.
Yeah, okay, the message gonna get heard, but I'm still going through that.
Chanel being others.
Okay.
Like, but once you go to that,
Turn them off.
Once you go to that experience where you do see like the impact, like, oh, y'all all seen it. Because I'm not gonna lie, being here in Ohio, people do just watch. People do just critique. They don't really support.
Absolutely.
But they will show up. I don't care if it's bad intentions. They just want to see if you was
you gonna fail that shit. Yeah.
But they still show up. So I'm like, okay, I got 5 likes on this, but y'all showed up to this thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what changed my perspective. I would say how it was like a little nervous about it before, but like once I seen that at 23, that shaped my perspective too.
I'm 29, right? Fresh 29,
Same.
like 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going through
30.
that. Like, okay. Woo, almost there, right? I'm still going through that, and it's like I don't feel like it's like a bully situation, because I feel like when you got trolls and shit, I feel like adults experience bullying too. Yes. But I feel like when we talk about content creation and putting shit out and not knowing who's watching, that shit could affect you too. That shit can affect your self-esteem just as well as the little kid in high school who trying to get all them likes, right? Yeah. And so like I found myself actually one time I didn't even post on IG because bitch, y'all playing with me, y'all not giving me no fucking no, like it's the views too. Like my shit Wednesday it'll be cool. What?
No, for sure. They want you to pay for ads.
And I'm not.
Y'all pay for ads?
Got it. So it's like for me, let me go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated.
Okay.
Let me go to LinkedIn. I might go to Twitter. Let me go to pictures. I'm trying to learn all that stuff now because no. I need to go where I'm celebrating.
No, but facts.
Close friends.
So that's how it affects
The only
me,
place you
okay?
celebrate it. Like,
But have y'all ever found yourself wanting to not be on social media because of the climate?
So I didn't
know
see
that's
your
right.
post. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
You have to.
no,
Really?
you don't. If it pay your rent, you don't.
I know that's
so
right.
for me, no.
No?
Instagram, no. Don't.
You never felt like you needed to just not.
No.
That is, if that's your 9 to 5, then yeah, that's not
Truly,
my
because I clock in.
source. Yeah.
It's the engagement. It's other clients, like managing social media accounts. Like that's what I do for a living. Like documenting life. So like it would be impossible to not, but to switch the narrative, I do try to tap in a lot more heavy to like my camera versus directly to the apps. Like I'll create the content, edit, and then just post. Yeah. And then like you're not supposed to post in Ghost, but I do that.
You definitely do that.
Like I'll post and then I'll come
get
back in a couple
there.
hours and then check
to see what's up.
going on.
And
like,
for me, it's not my 9 to 5. It's like something when I want to do it when I want to do it.
Right.
So I do have to have those breaks where I'm not giving so much of myself. I need time to myself. I'm not easily influenced by anything I see.
Yep.
I actually have a 2-hour timer on like any social media. So once it come on, I'm like, oh, well, I'm done with social media for the day.
That's good.
And that's like on every platform. Like it counts the hours you spend on every platform. I have a 2-hour limit.
I love that.
So yeah, like
so does the timer actually like it'll cut the app off?
Yes. So if you are in your iPhone, like it's a feature, you can stop the time that you on social media.
So it'll cut off and then what?
It will cut off. So I'm not gonna lie, it does have remind me in 15 minutes. I pushed that a couple times. Remind me an hour.
Yeah.
Forget today.
It has that.
So it's a choice.
Forget today.
Right.
Yeah, for me to give, because for me that's giving, because I know my purpose on social media is to give to others, give a message, give what I'm going through, because like, you know, stories are powerful. Even
Absolutely.
issue stories, you know, they're so powerful. So I'm like, okay, if I'm giving too much, what time do I have to myself? So I always fast. I always like just take a break from social media so I can get back to myself and like tap in with what I'm supposed to do next.
And sometimes you do need to definitely tap into your purpose because it's so important. Like you don't want to lose sight of what's really important to you or where you trying to go.
Period.
Right. True. And so it's actually crazy because I was at work yesterday and I was talking to my manager and I was telling her like, she know my podcast. You know what I'm saying? I work in corporate, so babe, we got to keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? You can't listen to every episode, but we got to keep it cute, right?
Every once in a while.
I'm telling her like, guess what? Like we ain't talking about relationships tomorrow. We talking about bullying, right? And so we just going through like, you know, bullying, like she shared her perspective and things like that. But one thing she said was like, what you put into the world is what you get out of it, right? And so it instantly made me think about the people that bully me, the people that talked about me, the negative Nancys, and I see where life is for them. Like I told y'all, for a second, I was laughing at these motherfuckers. I'm
it
still,
sucks to
I'm
be
still
you
laugh.
right now.
Y'all know I'm gonna still laugh at them, right? But I'm gonna tell the platform. I'm praying for y'all, right?
Praying for them.
That was my answer. I'm praying for them.
I'm praying for y'all, but no, dead ass, like
seriously,
it really is what you put in. And I just think about like literally when she said that, made that comment, I want y'all to think about the people that bullied y'all, the people that talked about y'all through the years. Like when you look at where they at today, it's like, damn, like you really motherfucking struggling. Like, and it's not, I'm not praising your struggle, but it's like really what you put in, what you did. Like a lot of people peaked in high school. Let's be honest. Yeah. A lot of those like athletes and cheerleaders, the bad bodies and shit.
I know I peaked.
It's giving very much box. Yeah. Okay. It's giving very much box, right? Yes. And so a lot of people peaked in high school. And I feel like now in this day and age, like I swear to God to y'all, like, the people that show me the most love now, like are strangers as well, but it's the people that talk so much shit about me back.
They're the biggest friends.
Yes. Listen.
But that's why they bullied you.
They're
in the first
so proud
place,
of you.
because they didn't know
so
how
proud.
to exactly.
So proud.
Yep.
Are you?
Love what you're doing. Love what you're doing.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
But what I had to really realize was it was never me. It was never me, yo. Like it was never me. And I'm telling y'all, it feels so refreshing to like, if any young person listening, like it's never you, bro. It's really what they're going through. Like, honestly though. So we're going to take a second and we're going to talk about what I posted on social media. Right. So I asked people like, you know, have you been bullied? Like I told y'all, a lot of people, their definitions were different. Right. So y'all want to share? Do y'all want to go to like what people got bullied for, or like where their bullies are today? Where do y'all want to go?
We here.
Ooh,
where y'all want to go?
What do they do? Where are they at now? Where are they now? Where your bully at now?
We love it. I was over here talking about we hear like do both. I want to hear them.
No, we want both of them. For sure.
Okay, so we'll start the flow with like, okay, so have you ever been bullied? We had 37 votes for yes. We had 13 votes for hell nah. I wish a motherfucker would. And I feel like those 13 people, if y'all listening, I'm sorry, but y'all got bullied too. Y'all gonna ignore it.
Or they were the bullies.
Yeah,
okay.
Or you were the bully. Or you were the motherfucking bully.
You know?
All right. So we're gonna talk about some of the responses, and y'all tell me if y'all got bullied for some of these things, or did people ever reflect on things with y'all, right?
Okay.
So my appearance and the fact that I like boys.
Yes.
Hey.
Daily. Still getting bullied to the day.
Question though, because I also had another one where somebody said, it was a guy. He was like, yeah, they bullied me for the obvious. He's gay. Yeah. He was like, but they want to fuck on me today.
No, that really happens. So
Yikes!
I ain't gonna put baby boy on Front Street, but just know he got that and we okay. Fuck a bully. Literally.
It's too loud.
I don't know what to do with those feelings.
It's getting too loud.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're so homophobic, but you love it, love.
Yeah. They used to even say the girls, like
You
the
love
guys
it.
that's picking on you, they like you.
Ooh.
So, I mean.
He said he love it here, love. Okay, yeah, let's go. Next
No.
one. This girl said my coat. I don't think nobody ever clowned me for what I wore, cause like they used to clown me about having my belt tight, cause my grandma always told me to have a belt like my belt tight. You know what I'm saying? I never sagged. I never got into it.
Yeah, no, I didn't sag either. My grandma didn't play.
I didn't
niggas
sag.
that
My mom
sagged?
was a big believer. Like, oh, you want Jordans? Cause that was a new thing back in
I used to
the
go
day.
to Eastland every fucking
Okay,
week.
the
What?
Eastland market. I'm sorry.
So
Like, I
y'all
had
are the
to.
reason why I got bullied, because I wasn't allowed to. So all right, funny story.
Let's talk about it.
My dad's last name is Jordan, and my mom did not fuck with my dad, so my last name is Couch. So it's like I wasn't allowed to get Jordan.
K-Swiss.
So I always had
you have on?
Adidas and K-Swiss and like Clarks.
They
I was
didn't
big
believe
on
$200.
Clarks.
Yeah, Clarks.
I had
The
I never
Wallabies.
had the Clarks. I think my mom's husband had the Clarks, and I would wear them sometimes just to be cool.
Yeah.
But like I ain't know what the fuck they were. But anyways, all right. So cool. Doing people's homework, cheating on tests. Okay. Being fat, but back then they didn't want me. Now these hoes all on me. Period.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
Period.
Mike Jones.
Period. So the other
Yeah,
girl, she said
facts.
that she was bullied for her body. She said in high school I was built like a boy. Now all these hoes want this six pack. Hey, I love that. All right, so we have another one that says skin complexion when I was younger. So I feel like a lot of people did struggle with like the skin complexion or like the colorism thing, right?
Brown skin girl.
Actually, a girl just said not being black enough. So like again, we all struggle with that
Okay.
in a way. This girl said being tall. So Bobby, you said that you were always a big kid. Explain to us how that felt being tall. Like, what does that mean?
It still happens to this day. Like growing in the grocery store, like, oh, you play basketball, you play sports. It's like, bitch, no. It's one of those where it's like, have you seen that happen? It's one of those like, yes, I can reach it. I'll grab it for you. Moving on about my day, but it's just hereditary. I can't choose to be built like a linebacker. Like that wasn't what was selected, but like that's what I have. So I'm grateful for it. But
Period.
no, I think Jeffrey the Giraffe. Like I've just gotten all the tall jokes.
No. So I did used to get chunky, and it's funny because this one girl who wrote in, I want to share this story about her. She said my weight, and now everybody loves BBWs, which they do. BBWs is in, okay?
Shout out
And
to
dark
Lizzo.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mookie. She's a singer. Her thing is Mookie. Her Instagram is Mookie Star Dash. But shout out to Mookie because this story like sits with me like all the time. Yeah. So literally when I tell y'all every birthday, and it's crazy when you talk about what you put into this world. So I always been a nice person. Like I might have hung with the mean girls and the mean niggas, but like I always, and I had the jokes, okay? But I always was a nice guy, you feel me? Yeah. And this girl, her name was Mookie, and back in the day, she was big, right? Like she was bigger. And as little kids, like you got the friends that look like bad body built now today, but we'll talk about them in a minute. But now, you know what I'm saying? They were in shape and Mookie wasn't, right? And so they used to literally brutalize her in class. Like, and I would feel so bad. So literally when I tell you, I want to show y'all after the show, but she would literally like run out of class, go to the bathroom, cry, like, cause she was bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's just sad. That's sad as fuck to think about. But it's crazy. It makes me emotional because on my birthday, she had posted literally every year. I'm not getting emotional, nigga. Every year, bro. Every year, y'all. She posts this letter. That I wrote her in 7th grade. Like, that's crazy as fuck. Like, we are 28, about to be 30, right? She posts this letter every year on my birthday and, like, posts a picture of me, like, an updated picture, but, like, this letter. And, like, I was in 7th grade and, like, I was writing this letter to her. And, like, What? So she posted this letter that I wrote to her in fucking 7th grade talking about, I just want to read like a sentence, but,
you can read it all.
Man, what? Like, it's crazy what you say. I said this shit in 7th grade. I was just being a nice person. Like, look, don't believe what people say about you. Like, it's not true.
Because your word
like,
is powerful.
Right.
Your tongue
You're
is
a great
powerful.
girl. Like, you know, shit like that. But like, real talk, like, when I really sit back and think about it, like, this shit, clearly it was meaningful because it sat with her. You feel me? And so, I'm trying to find it. But this is on my other page. But it just touches me that, like, damn, these words that I wrote to her in this fucking letter really sat with her all these years, and it meant so much to her, right? And it's like, you really never know what you're putting out. You really never know what you're giving to people. But she basically, in the letter, I remember reading it to my mom and them. They took me out to this Mexican place on my birthday this year. And I remember reading it, and I was like, I know these are my friends, but it doesn't matter. Like, they're being mean, but I'm nice, and I know what it feels like to be talked about. And just those words in general, you feel me? For her to post this every year on my birthday, that shit touched her. Yeah. And I would have never known that shit. You feel me? Like, I would have never known that these simple words would have meant so much to you, but you still at 29 are sharing this shit. And it's like, it's really what you put out, bro. Yes. Like, and it's really what you say, because I didn't really think of course, back then, I was really just trying to be nice. My friends were mean as fuck. They were so fucking mean, right? Yeah, I was just being nice. I didn't want you to hurt yourself. I didn't want you to feel bad about yourself. And it's like, damn, that shit really does stick with you. Absolutely. And for her, bruh.
The tongue has power.
Yes. Bruh.
Good, bad. It has power. You could change your life, or you could destroy one.
Literally. Can y'all think about anybody that was in y'all's corner at these times that y'all felt so low?
Absolutely. I mean, I think even me and Chanel, we've literally been through a lot of different spaces where I moved to Cincinnati in the beginning of the pandemic. I didn't have a place to live. I moved in with Chanel, lived on her couch. Like, this was a whole thing for us. But also when it comes to just like on the topic specific to bullying, I think just living through those moments, you always have that inner circle of those friends where it's like, it might just be 2 or 3 people that are just directly in your corner that kind of help you get through that. So like, I know for me with like the suicide thing, just to kind of tap back into that in middle school, there was actually a friend that told the counselor, and like, because of the counselor, I was getting therapy. So it's like, they orchestrated an entire process to like overcome that specific obstacle at that time, which of course is not something like bullying is not something that necessarily stops, but you come up with different defense mechanisms and different things that help you cope with that. So it's one of those things where becoming more whole in that sense starts with the friend group that's already rallying for you and like rooting for you. So those people are instrumental for sure. I love those people to this day.
That's powerful.
Stay in contact.
Absolutely. I think similar story to you. I didn't know how much impact I was making until people actually told me.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps me going. Like, people don't understand, like, flowers it's not going to validate me too much, but it also does keep me going. Absolutely. At the same time, like, I didn't need it to keep me going for all those years, but like, the more I got it, the more like in those dark spaces, I realized my work was impactful, and because of how I treated people, it had power. And I think knowing that, it just keeps me going and keeps me knowing like, okay, what I'm doing, it's changing the world. I'm walking in my purpose, because like, again, it goes back to that, like, I don't care if 100,000 people know my story, whatever the case. I'm inspiring one, literally, and that saved that one. So like, knowing that, and then like, you know, being around people, I'm not gonna lie, even now, and this is me being transparent, even now when people tell me that I am inspiring and tell me, I'm used to being just like you. I'm around people, like, I'm the light in a dark place. Yeah. So when you're a light in a dark place, they see your light. Yes. But all I see is darkness.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, really in that moment, I'm not gonna lie, even just now, I really need people, because people think, oh, she already know. Because I remember I dated niggas. Why do you need me to say you pretty? Like, you already know you pretty.
Yeah.
I'm like, ew. Like, what is that about? But people do think like that. Like, I don't need to tell you because they think you know, but sometimes you don't
need to hear that shit.
It's
like,
in the self-conscious.
Sometimes I'm in my low moment where I need that.
Yes.
And I feel like, you know how people say, check on your strong friends?
Yes.
I get it.
We tired.
For
definitely
real.
tired. I'm ready to tap out.
The strong friends
I
is
am tired because I'm a human.
done.
I'm a human.
Tired of
So
shit.
like, like that really means a lot. Show me who I am, because all I see is darkness, which y'all don't know. I'm just walking in purpose. Y'all see the light, but I see darkness.
Exactly.
I really still can't see myself clearly like that. I'm
good.
just walking in purpose, doing it scared, doing it. So I think like the more you see that your impact is like definitely really changing the world and changing people, whether it's 1, 5, if God again just love that one person, he leaves the 99 sheep to go after that one sheep that straight away. I'm gonna think that same way. One person tell me I touched their life, whether it was girl code, how girls are better, whatever, inspired. That's enough to keep me going for a while.
Absolutely.
Period.
And it's crazy when you say that, like the power in the tongue and things like that. Like your impact really says a lot about you.
It says a
lot
what
I'm saying?
You.
There's a lot of people watching. There's a lot of people inspired. A lot of people are scared to say that shit.
They are.
But for example,
they think you know it
birthday,
already.
Man,
like,
what? My birthday just passed, and like literally all these messages I was getting. You're inspiration. You know what I'm saying? 29 is gonna be great for you. Da da da. You don't even be knowing that. Like you said, I'm in darkness. Not saying that my smile says a lot, but y'all know what I go through. Y'all know what I struggle with. And you just don't know how much of an impact you're making by one motherfucking post. Yeah. One, you know what I'm saying? One caption you put. You didn't just inspire 4 or 5 people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's really crazy when I think that's really powerful. I think for a minute they was talking about like giving people their flowers. Like it's very important to give people their flowers for the simple fact that like those people the strong people, the people that's out here grinding and getting it, we don't get the flowers. We just don't. We get more critiques than fucking flowers.
Yeah,
for sure. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that. But at the same time, it's like, let's remake this motherfucking story. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's write this narrative because we need that. You know what I'm saying?
I know I do.
Okay. I know I do.
Period.
So we're gonna talk a little bit of shit. Okay. So I need y'all to close y'all's eyes, right? Well, Chanel said she already been through it once, but I want you to think about those girls that was there, right? Cool. So I want y'all to close y'all's eyes and think about those bullies, right? Those ones that made y'all cry, man. Those ones that had y'all in the motherfucking bus looking down, okay? The ones that had you walking home with tears, because I had a couple tears, y'all. Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about where are those bullies at today in 2022? Oh, it's still recording. Okay, we good. Yeah, I thought it stopped, y'all. Okay, cool. Where are them bullies at in 2022? All right, cool. So we're going to share some of their answers. So one person said, ugly as fuck with a bunch of kids and male pattern baldness.
I believe it.
Yes. Accurate. I think that's accurate.
The male pattern baldness threw me off. Okay. This girl says somewhere fat and shitty. Okay. There's a couple boxes. Accurate. There's a couple boxes, babe. I know a couple boxes. Okay.
You let yourself go, love.
Damn, love. Damn, no more cheerleading?
You're no longer a hot girl. You're not that girl.
You are not that girl. Okay.
You were, though.
You were. She was in middle school. You feel me? Okay. Homeless. Yikes. You got any bullies that was homeless? Yikes.
I don't think I have a homeless bully.
I wouldn't.
I got one. Okay, let's go through this list. Okay. She said, some person said, fuck, no clue, fuck it, we ball and do. We gonna ball all day. Hell or in jail? Do y'all have any that's in jail? No? Okay.
I don't think
I got one that went to jail. He was in for a couple years, but he out now.
Oh, wait, I do have a...
You got a bully that's in jail?
Is that a bully? Ooh. He's in jail. I mean, a restraining order.
All right, next. Okay. Cool. No idea. I posted this one yesterday. She said, no idea. I know one girl works at the post office. Hope she ships my shit on time. She feels that. She felt that one.
Wow. That was direct.
That was very direct.
She said, mail carrier.
Listen here. Postal workers, do y'all thing.
Okay.
Amazon, do y'all thing.
Yes.
I need my packages, okay?
Absolutely.
I love y'all.
On time.
Ain't no shade, but
sure.
that was a good one. That was a good flex, okay? Because I saw one of my bullies in the
the
barbershop, and I was just like, yikes, you look ran through, sir. Like,
Yeah,
you look bad.
they normally do.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay.
It's
Cool.
sad.
Let's do like 2 more. So one girl said it's giving section 8. Yikes. Yeah. It does give that for a couple months. And then we'll do a last one.
Yikes.
They said recently. Oh no, this is the last one. So rest in peace to that man. Shout out to his baby mom. Yikes. Yeah. People are.
The undone. The sundone. Can't remember
You
we
don't
still
wanna
love the
finish off
undone.
with. But no. So I think that this honestly shows that like a lot of us has been fucking like, you know, a lot of trauma from this bullying situation. So I asked this question in a way to see what people said, but it's like they got cruel. We got cruel because we feel that now. In today's world, we feel this now. Like, bitch, I'm shitting on you. Like that's how I really feel. And like, I want to bring attention to the fact that like, why do we feel that way?
Because I bully the bully, bitch. It's one of those things where it's
I'm
like,
really the bully
nobody wants to talk about it. But it's like, yeah, the little kid you was poking in the corner and look at me now. So it's one of those moments like, it's a full circle moment.
It's definitely a full circle moment. And I that's what I said. I brought this conversation up because it's like, we need to talk about these things because I should not feel good to see these people struggle. Like that shouldn't fuel me, but it does because of all my hurt. Like, I really was hurt. You feel me?
I don't feel good to see them struggle.
Right?
I feel revenge and even.
Exactly.
In a way.
But no, you had that feeling.
In a way, it's like.
And at the end of the day,
it's
Bobby,
life.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay.
Yeah, because how people treat you is a reflection of them. I felt like my mom always told me from the beginning.
Yes.
It's one thing to be beautiful on the outside, but
Yes.
how are you on the inside? So if you ugly on the inside, that's going to manifest on the outside.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, because y'all all do look the same. I'm not going to lie. All the bullies do look
They look
a mess.
They look very much smoked out.
It
That's
does
true.
just kind of just show that like what you really are manifesting on the outside. Yes. But I will say, there was a point in time because you realize like you gave that person so much power,
so much fucking power,
and like they are really fueling you and your work, and you're like low key still looking for validation.
Yes,
but
I love
in
that you said
2020
that.
for me, I healed.
I love that you said
and
that.
I felt like it was a different perspective for me. Cause I'm like, dang, I didn't realize I was being fueled by like trying to be validated by them or showing them.
Because who are they?
Yes.
When you realize that, it's like, okay,
it's
now
like,
I could just. I ain't on nobody's timeline. When I get successful, I'm successful. When I want to do something, I do so. Like it's a different type of freedom, and I knew for me, I was operating out of hurt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I get what you guys are saying for sure. Like it doesn't make you happy that they're in that situation, but because of what you said, it stuck with me because that was a seed that you planted.
Yes.
And I'm gonna always have that in the back of my mind, and because it was in the back of my mind, it means at some point I'm gonna take accountability. Yeah. I must thought that was true.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? And I don't even think, like, as kids, like, I don't even think that you think it's true. I think that you question why you would think this. So now I'm feeling like, is it true? I don't think it's true. I'm not digesting it, but like, damn, 60 people saying it and this one person is not.
But if you tell me I'm white right now, I'm like,
you don't believe that dumb. Shit, right? But then I feel like as kids,
because I
also,
know I'm black.
When you don't have that foundation, though, you also are looking. You also are looking.
See, we don't know ourselves yet.
Exactly.
I mean, but then on my end, it's like you said I was gay, and it's like,
like what? In what?
Was I supposed to be offended? Like, was that a
threat?
Insult? Like, a fact. So it's like moving on. And then you have to go to the next thing where it's like, then you got to go to fat. Then you got to go to shoes. You got to go to another thing. So
my question would be to y'all, what would you tell your younger self today?
Ooh.
That girl that got, talked about for having long hair. You didn't even know it was because you had long hair. That nigga that got called gay by 60 people when it was like 65 and 5 said no. I'm like, yikes! 5 said no. 5 said no. Yeah. You feel me? Like, what would you tell your younger self? You feel me? Based on what you know today, what would you tell your younger self?
You could go.
I got one.
Bobby Couch, it's giving.
Her.
It's motherfucking giving. Continue to pop your shit. Continue to talk your shit.
Yes.
Whether you on the Prescribe podcast or on the couch with Bobby Couch, give them life from the living room. Get into it.
Period.
Available 2023. Shameless plug, love.
Pull it out. We'll show you something, babe.
Okay,
show the cameras. Show the cameras, babe.
Okay, Amazon. Let them know.
Hey,
a book.
What would you tell yourself?
Is in that book.
Okay.
Read the book.
Literally. So just on this topic, literally, because sometimes you do have to know what you would tell yourself because those are lessons for the youth and what they're going through now because it's like 10 times harder for them.
Absolutely.
For me, one, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
Period. Like, again, there was always going to be somebody better than you, worse off than you.
Yes.
That's just life.
That's life, yeah.
Know where you're at and be confident where you're at. 2, I'll go with God real bad.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. You have to have a belief system.
Yeah.
You have to have morals. You have to have values. That determines your belief system. So if you tell me something, I don't, like you was asking me questions like, did this affect you? Some of them is no, because at the end of the day, that's not what God says about me.
Yeah.
Period.
That's fair.
And I think like I had to be rooted in something to not be influenced by them.
Yeah.
So I am like literally a light in a dark place when I say like literally I don't care if you are not a Christian, whatever the case is, but you have to believe in something.
Yep.
You have to love yourself.
Yes.
Like, you have to know who you are. And there's so many times where we're like just always doing for others, just working on 9 to 5, just living, where we don't even give time to ourselves to even know ourselves. So anything that somebody tells us, we're going to believe it because we didn't take the time to date ourselves.
Exactly.
You worried about this nigga. You worried about this situation over here, but you don't even know yourself. If you can't sit by yourself and love yourself, you're not going to know yourself. And if you know yourself really good, nobody can tell you about yourself. Period. So that's what I would tell my younger self, like, to stay different. And I don't know, I always had like a gift of being different and being okay.
I struggle with that. Like, though I didn't struggle with it, but I always was different. I never understood why I never fit in with
that's
the
your
crowd.
calling.
Just never.
I never fit. Yeah.
I don't know. I think you have like a different voice. Like, your voice is a voice of like inclusivity in a way where it's like, it's not too far left. It's not too far right. But like, you like can target a specific central audience and niche. And like, that's what's, I think, led to the success of this podcast. Literally. But also it's like, it creates a level of like relatability. Like, to me, whenever I speak to people about you, it's like everybody feels like you their cousin. Like, but they don't know, they may not know you. Like, they just follow you on Instagram. But it's just like, it's a level of so social like media engagement that you've built with your followers that's like admirable, and like something where it's like, all right, everybody gotta step their shit up.
Absolutely.
So you already know it's like,
and absolutely, and like listening to your story, Bobby's story, my story, you realize, like, I mean, going back to scriptures, like God said, everything works out for your good.
Yeah.
It really did, because it became like, because of what I went through, the fights, whatever the case, I have a passion for women's empowerment before it was popular. Yeah. Because I knew there was a problem in this field. Because you got teased, you show up with confidence now. Show up, anybody that they could be themselves. Absolutely. You too. You could be gay, you could be straight. This is who I am. Own it. It shaped who we were. We needed those specific lessons. They were orchestrated from the beginning. It's crazy.
The fact that you say that is so sick. Like, damn, did I really need to feel that way? But you needed to feel that way to know and to be like, that confidence built because of those times.
Absolutely.
Because of those tears. You feel me? That's where my confidence built from, because I'm like, I had the support from my family to tell me, don't believe that shit. But it's like, it took me to be like in my 20s to really see, like, damn, these motherfuckers are miserable.
Yep.
They were mad that they weren't me.
Yep.
And I didn't want to be me because of what they were saying. You feel me? And it's just crazy how much when you reflect on that, like,
it's a strength of self. Man. And I think that's what I see, and I think that's what I admire about you. Like, I see a lot of myself in you in that sense of like, you know who you are and you're committed to that. And it's like, as long as you continue to live through that, everything else falls in line.
Nothing nobody can say.
Like, nothing.
That's why you literally do have to date yourself. Okay. Love yourself. Yes. Do not compare. And again, what God says about you, He thinks high
That's
of you.
What it is, baby.
What you saying is a lie. Yeah. Literally.
Absolutely.
Literally.
I love
so
that.
Again, being rooted in something for sure.
So I'm gonna wrap it up with what I would have told my younger self is like, just believe in you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even bro, I walked down the hallway with confidence, but I wasn't confident. Like, I wasn't confident in what my grandma and them was saying to me. I wasn't. But now looking back, I'm like, damn, I'm glad that I did. Yeah. You feel me? Because I'm up now. You know what I'm saying? It's going to continue to go that way. For sure. So always, like, teach yourself to love yourself, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Trust yourself. And also, like, just believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like everybody does. When people say, like, it's like cliche, but everybody really does have a purpose. If you tap in, you got a purpose. You feel me? And so, teach yourself to love yourself and be confident in this motherfucker. All right. So cool. You know what I'm saying? Enough of the soapbox. I know I done got sad and emotional shit. We had a little liquor, but cool. So we're going to temp check. So temp check is where people write in and ask a question, and then we give our, you know what I'm saying, our advice. All right, cool. So let me read it. Temp check is, hey, I found your show on TikTok and the clips have had me weak. I watched the episode about friends that y'all released a couple months ago, and I want to know how to handle this situation. Okay. I fell out with one of my closest friends months ago over a nigga she used to be involved with. Yeah, me and him date now, but she told me she was cool with it when I asked her. We had mutual friends who still hang out with her, and it's been okay, but now I'm over it because they come back and tell me shit that she says about me. I don't want to cause drama from our friends, but I want to check this bitch. Yikes. How would y'all handle it? How would y'all handle the situation? And should I look at my girls sideways for always reporting things back to me? Like, what should I do?
It's giving girl code. It goes back
to
the girl
tell them,
code.
Chanel, what should they do?
Buy the book.
I will say, if she lives in Ohio, there is a thing. We guys gotta be real. Our community is small.
Okay.
Period. So it's a lot more girls than there are men. Dating pool sucks. Again, I thank God for mine. But literally, it sucks. I will say I don't believe in dating your friends' significant other who they're dating now, because I've seen that.
Yep.
Or their exes. But again, I think people get too territorial. If you were just texting a nigga, if you were just dating a nigga, I should feel comfortable saying like, hey, really are you cool? This wasn't this. This isn't your person. Serious, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a small community. Now I will say there was a situation with me. This girl literally was like, "Hey, I seen you and so are y'all doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, we dating." She said, "Oh, okay. Well, we had like this like flirting thing after I seen him, whatever. But if it doesn't work out, just let me know. But I respect you, and like I'm cool with you. Yeah. So just let me know if it don't work." I'm like, okay, sis, I will definitely let you know. It's my boyfriend now. But, I respect that. Like, it's just a conversation, but don't get somebody to like, this could have been to somebody to talk to, whatever, and then you get mad about it. At the end of the day, if that wasn't your person, you don't have no feelings with, about them, maybe you should kind of let off. But if it's somebody that you were in love with, that person's been there through thick and thin. That is a little. Speak up. That's a little touchy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
my response is that your man, sis? Ooh. And that's it.
Well, my response is going to be this. So I feel like I went through this with friends where you not like talking to the same person, but like when you fall out and then you have the same friend. So it's like, y'all kicking it with this nigga, but I don't talk to this nigga no more.
Yeah.
But y'all telling me what this nigga saying, and it's like, okay, so what are y'all relaying to him? I feel like we also have to, when it comes to friendships, we also have to know, like, you gotta know who you can trust. Like, that's really what it comes down to. Sure. Like, I'm not gonna, if this person can talk shit to you for 30 minutes about me, I don't really feel like you my friend. Period. I don't feel like you my friend.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like you my friend because what are you giving to them to encourage them that 30 minutes to talk shit?
They feel comfortable enough to talk.
If I'm quiet in that motherfucker, they not going to talk for 30 minutes about me. You're not going to have 10, 12 comments that they done said about me if you was quiet because they don't have nothing to go off of. Yeah. So one thing I will say is like you definitely have to be aware of like the friends that's still friends with the people you're not cool with. Which is fine. Like you can cohabitate.
Wait, so she's not cool with her friend that she's
cool with the friends, but the friend that she fell out with, they still hang with her. Like her friends, they still hang with that girl too.
That's not your man, sis.
Because again, girls can't get territorial anything.
Yeah. And see, as a nigga, I don't get bent up out of that. Like you could, if we not friends somewhere, you could be friends with that nigga. I'm not gonna talk shit about him. I'm not like that either. Yeah, I don't care. What y'all do is what you do. But don't bring nothing back to me because now I'm looking at you weird. So I would say that if they bring shit back to you, you definitely gotta look at him with a side eye. The fact that you're dating her old nigga, babe. Yikes. Like it happens all the time, but
it does happen all the time. But it depends. Like, okay, if I was involved, that is off limits. I don't care what nobody says.
Man, if I vent to you about this motherfucker,
if it was somebody you just went to dinner with, I see a lot of that. Bro, you just text the nigga, you just saying hello. I talked to that girl, or you talk to come on now.
If y'all spent time, it's a problem. If y'all spent time, it's a problem. And I'm gonna just let that be known. So sister, since they did spend time, it's low-key a problem, girl. So I would just say how you would handle it is tell your friends, like, please don't report nothing back to me. Because I've been in a situation where I had to just say, don't even tell me what they said. I don't care. Yeah. Like, it's far gone. Because I'm going to get mad at you now. You feel me? So tell them you don't care what they got to say. Like Bobby said, it ain't your man, sis.
It's
and
not.
Said,
it's over now.
You feel me, sis? Either girl code or now. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You feel me? Yeah. But we're going to wrap this episode up. I want to thank y'all so much for coming on. This is a great episode. Real talk.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Thanks
tapping
for
into
having
my emotions. Y'all tapping my emotions. But no, I really thought this was an important episode. One, because the things I'm not going to repeat myself. The things I said earlier. But two, I just feel like it's great for us to reflect on our childhood, bro. Yeah. Childhood trauma follows us every day and you just don't even know. When you tap in with yourself, you know the things that really triggered you and affected you, then it comes back now. Yep. You feel me? So I hope y'all got that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody listening. But we're going to let the motherfuckers plug themselves, okay? So go ahead and plug yourself, Chanel. Where can they find you? What you got going on? What's up?
Okay, so my personal brand is Chanel B, CHANEL_BEE. My business Instagram name is Ohio Girls Do It Better. Yep. And then Girl Code Navigation if you want to get more involved with the book, and then the programming for the book for the teens and preteens that I do have. So, yep, Girl Code Navigation, A Heart Goes a Little Better, and Shinobi.
Love that
so much.
Hey, a boss.
But it's the same mission to empower girls to do better, want better, period.
We love that.
It's a prophecy to my community.
Talk
Absolutely.
Bobby.
I'm Bobby Couch.
Hey.
Bobby like brown, couch like a sofa.
Hey.
Again, you will not forget I told you. BobbyCouch.com, Black Fashion Expo. Last name Couch, but baby, don't sleep on me.
Period.
Okay?
That's it. Where
That's
can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Bobby Couch.
All right, so y'all know y'all can find me official DR on a personal page, prescribe DR _ and prescribe DR on Instagram and Twitter. So hit that page up. The website will be back in January 2023, baby. Okay, we got events coming for y'all next year, so get into that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep going. Okay, I need y'all to really keep going for real. Like y'all are inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are a voice, and I appreciate y'all for coming on. Listen, y'all, it's up. It's motherfucking up. Okay,
all of our bullies pull up to the events.
Hey, bullies, pull up. Hey, let's have a meet and greet, bullies. How y'all doing? Where y'all at now?
Sit with us.
You feel me?
Because they watching.
I bully the bullies. Let's go.
But nah, shout out to y'all. This is a great episode. Thank y'all for coming on again. This is Prescribe with the Realness, where we say the things your friends won't say and your man gonna lie about, and we out. You know what I'm saying? Hey.